Mompreneurs. It's not business, baby. It's business and babies. Whether you're rocking the carpool line, building your business during nap time, or dreaming big after bedtime, we've got the tools, tips, and strategies to help you grow your business. Grab a snack, your headphones, and enjoy this time with us, because mom life and boss life deserve balance.
Are you tired of posting and nothing? Today, we're diving into why social media isn't the golden ticket everyone says it is, and what actually brings real leads into your business. And it's something that I've talked about a bit. So we're going to take it from the top. The real reason why I believe that many struggle from creating leads into actual clients or social media followers into actual clients is a couple of things, because I have a web design business and my social media, but I hardly post before and afters, right? Which is big, right? I hardly post website designs. I hardly market website designs. I hardly market some of those things. But what does stick is something that resonates with people, okay? So if you are not resonating with your ideal clients and customers, then you're missing out, okay? Another thing that I've noticed, is that people like to post, and maybe they're, quote unquote, resonating, but they don't have a call to action. They don't have a CTA. They don't have a way to further connect. And one of the things that I've learned is that you got to tell people where to go. You got to tell people where to sign up. You got to tell people where to find certain things. And another strategy is long form content, as they like to say, but blogging, YouTube, podcasting. You got to be bingeable. And that's one of the things that I tell my students is that you got to be bingeable. Are you bingeable? When people land on your social media, is it something that they can just binge watch, right? Can they get to know you a bit more, right? And so those are kind of like the underlining things, that I have seen. Now, I believe that if you give great content, you're going to blow up. You're going to blow up and you're going to easily convert leads, followers into clients. I do believe that. You gotta give value. You gotta show people what it is that you know in essence. Okay. And I know a lot of you are holding back. When I look and I scroll through social media, I see people that stay stuck very, very low, that are posting every day. There's a difference between someone that is low on followers, but they're not posting every day, and someone that is posting almost every single day and are low of followers, and they still don't tweak something. They still don't change something. And I'm telling you, you got to do about a 3 to 6 month strategy and look at your numbers and see what's going on. 3 months at least will give you a gauge of what people want from you. 6 months will really help you decide if you want to keep going with that strategy that you're putting on. And I really, really hope that you're not slapping spaghetti at the wall and you're listening to a podcast like this one so you don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to help you figure out why you're not converting. Okay, number 1, are you all about you? Are you all about you? Is it what you're doing? And yes, okay, you can resonate with people about you. You can, but are you, giving people a sneak peek of what you've done with your clients or what your clients are saying? Because you can be about you, of course, but you also got to sprinkle what you're doing for others as far as it goes for your business. You got to sprinkle that in. I do. I do totally sprinkle that in. And one of my favorite ways to get more people into my world is doing a CTA, a call to action. So every single post should end with a CTA, even if it's a journey post. So I'll tell you what a journey post is for me. if you're hearing this for the first time, because this is what I've discovered that really truly brings in the people you want to work with. And what I've discovered is you got to bring people into a journey within your world. Okay. So what that means is you're kind of setting up what the CTA will be, but you got to bring that experience. So the journey is the experience as they get to know more about you. And so that's one of the reasons why I love having a Facebook group, because it facilitates a deeper connection and it creates somewhat of a journey or another experience. You know, it's almost like breadcrumbs, I guess. But anyways, like you're leading them, somewhere. And if you don't understand how your funnel is working, where are you leading them to? So basically, if your social media is not doing so well, you probably don't have a funnel in place and you haven't sat down and wrote out your funnel, like exactly the steps of how people are going to get into your program or your services, right? So I use social media sporadically, and it's not something that, I want to be using all of the time, but it is something beneficial in a way that you can use it. And so one way that I absolutely love using it to get more people into my world so they can, shop the shop, book the books, is omnipresence marketing. Okay. So you don't have to be on social media all the time. And if you're doing that, like I want you to consider pulling back, sitting down, writing out your funnel, and then writing out kind of like where are your CTAs going to be? Really sitting down and writing out a 3 to 6 month marketing plan when it comes to your social media. Can you slap spaghetti on the wall? I would say you can slap it on the wall when you have a weekly marketing strategy of content or a bi-weekly marketing strategy of content. Because like I said, you got to be bingeable. People got to binge you somewhere. It may not be on social media, but it can be on your YouTube channel, your podcast, or your blog. And you should have a blog. So if you only have an IG or a TikTok and you don't have a deeper way for them to get connected or get to know you, you're missing out. So one of the great ways that I like to bring in customers or clients is by having that long form content, having my blog, AKA also podcast, which I write show notes for on my blog, which Google crawls, which gets SEO, which also brings people into my website that has a shop that people can purchase. Boom. Right? So if you're only like posting on social media and you're just trying to resonate and everything like that, but you don't have somewhere where they can go deeper, then you're missing out. And that might be one of the reasons why you're not booking clients, because you want people to DM you. People start DMing you when you start really honing in on your expertise. So that's number 2. Are you honing in on your expertise and what really, really makes you great and why people hire you? Whether you're a VA, whether you're a web designer like me, whether you're a coach like me, whatever it is that you do, are you pointing out what it is that you're great at within the realm of your expertise? I know this is a little bit different from your niche, right? Because within your niche, that's what you're going to be utilizing, what you're great in. But what are you excellent in? And if there's something that you're in, and if you can't really identify that, I would suggest working on that. What is it that you are excellent in within the realm of your expertise? And highlight that. An example that I can show within my own life is my template shop. OMG. Did that really, really kind of like made people pay more attention to me? Why? Because it showed and it showcased where I was excellent at when people should hire me, right? Like, what am I good at? And I highlighted that within my templates. Does that make sense? I know that I love to design and I love to teach. So one of the things that I am working on is, of course, more collections within my template shop because I know I have a a different design eye than other designers. And that's what people would want from within my template shop. And one of the things that I remember very, I mean, it's like fresh in my memory, is when I had someone sign up for a program and they were like, finally, Linda, something that I can purchase from you. And I was like, I was in shock. I'm like, I'm a web designer, but when I made this program, this is when you were like, this is finally what you can sign up for. Like you were waiting to sign up with me on something. That's when I knew that if you build it, they will come. That's when I knew that it's not about, how can I phrase this? It's not about your social media strategy, but it is about your product. Does that make sense? Like it is about what you're selling, right? So how can you know what it is to sell? So unless you have a community, that's why the foundational work that you should be considering, and this is the third point, is having a community. Do you have a community aside from your social media? Or is it just all about you? You know, is your social media just one, just dang, it's just your reels and your TikTok and, I mean, yeah, you're putting out good content, right? But if you're missing out on converting that good content into a client or a sale, then I want you to consider these things that I've just told you. Hello, love. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right on social media and still wondering why it's not leading to actual clients or students, you're not alone. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain and talking about why posting more isn't the answer and what truly grows a thriving, sustainable business. Welcome back to Monetizing Mompreneurs, the show where we turn your passion into profit using rinse and repeat marketing strategies that actually work. I'm your host, Linda Mendible, and today we're diving into something that's been frustrating way too many amazing entrepreneurs. Why your social media isn't bringing you the leads you deserve and what you can do instead. Ready? Let's get into it. Be honest. Have you ever poured your heart into reels, posts, stories, only to hear crickets, only not to get any likes or not to get any comments? Have you ever thought, if I just post more, maybe then I'll get the followers and the clients, but it still doesn't move the needle? You are definitely not alone, and it's not your fault. Today, I'm going to show you why this happens, and more importantly, what actually builds a thriving lead-generating business. I've been there before. I have thought, like, if only I get to 10K, and then that's when people will take me seriously. Have you ever thought that, like, 10K is the number? 20K, 30. I have realized that your follower count does not equate to how successful your business is. It's just a follower count. It really doesn't make sense on gauging someone's worth based on their following count. So if you're doing that, I want you to stop that because you're part of the problem, okay? Stop gauging someone's success or how successful they are with their following count. I have sat down with entrepreneurs that had amazing followers, but they did not convert their audience into sales. And so if you're there and you have an audience and you're wondering like, oh my goodness, why isn't anyone more engaged? You have to consider it is, what does your marketing strategy look like? And I'm going to make a few points for you to consider in this episode. Number one, I want to change your mindset about social media. Social media depends on an algorithm. And right now, the people that came in early, yeah, they're killing the game. But you got to also realize you can kill the game in a lot and a lot differently than others. It's not about posting more, it's about building systems. Do you have a marketing strategy? I have realized systems like virtual summits, bundles, and lead magnets grow your list and bring in the right people. They are great CTAs and great ways to develop a journey and an experience. And that is one of the reasons that people will invest when there is a legitimate journey and a legitimate experience that they're receiving from you, that they're not just gaining value, but you're also creating an atmosphere. Simplicity is key. You do not need to do all the things, but there's a way that you can look like you're doing all the things. There's a way that it can look like that you're posting everywhere and that you're visible most of the time. And so I like to call it a rinse and repeat system that validates offers, builds leads, and grows your income in a sustainable way. And a lot of that is based off of your long form content, as they like to say, basically content that is longer than a minute. All right. Whether it's on your blog or a podcast like this one or on your YouTube channel, which you can find me on YouTube as well because my podcast is there. But you get the point, right? Keep it simple, silly. Keep it simple, silly. So how do you do that? Developing content once a week and breaking that down into bingeable reels, breaking it further down into using apps like Missinglettr to have omnipresence that's connected to your blog that does it for you. It's amazing. Okay. Like, ask me about it. I'll show you a video. All right. I'll send it to you. I'll send you a video about Missinglettr and how amazing it is and how I use it. That's what I use to post on different platforms. And it has worked so much in growing my listeners and also bringing in leads and clients. And one of the things that I also recommend is connecting outside of social media. Woo, that is a game changer. Okay. Connect outside of social media. Yeah, and if you're doing your social media right, they'll find your social media and become a client. It's incredible. It's a different type of strategy as well. So let me know what you think. If this is resonating, stay tuned because very soon I'm opening enrollment to Monetizing Mompreneurs Society summits and bundles and funnels, where I'll teach you exactly how to build your own rinse and repeat system to grow your business with less overwhelm and more results. So make sure you're on my email list so you don't miss out, and the wait list or the application or more information is in the show notes. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If you love this episode, take a screenshot, tag me on Instagram at Linda Mendible, and let me know your biggest takeaway. And don't forget, please also leave me a review, whether on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you're listening to. Please leave me a review. I'd love to know how this resonated if you're loving the show. Real success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing the right things consistently. Consistency is key. I'll catch you in the next episode.